This is Dr. Joy Kong. At 53, she unlocked the secret to perfect skin using stem cells, and she lives by one clear motto.
There's no fun to longevity if you don't look good.
But her life journey has been far from easy.
I thought I was strong, I was fine.
She came here as an immigrant and overcame a challenging relationship.
Split second, I was on the floor crying. But I also knew that there's something so strong that needs to come out, that needs to keep going. Because I've always known that there's something that I was meant to give the world.
Today, in sunny Los Angeles, she'll show us her longevity routine, her health hacks, and how she stays strong and vibrant, even despite the stress of running 4 businesses. If you want proof that anyone can do it, this episode's for you. Dr. Chara, we are here at your house. What happens first?
I wake up and I have my Avicen machine right in the middle.
Yeah, what the heck is this?
Is a body. It's basically a heating device. So it vacuums and keeps your blood vessels open and warms your blood. That thins your blood. That's really good for circulation, for pain relief. When it's ready, I put my hand in there, pull my cover back over.
Do you feel more energized after or just relaxed?
It's very relaxing. That's my first thing. It's a little lazy.
That's
like I mentioned, I'm kind of the lazy kind. Here, put your hand in there.
So I put it in. Oh, it's warm.
But
This
still
is
pretty
so
gentle.
weird.
Right?
It makes me feel like I'm in a hot bath. Like my brain is like,
Yeah, it's got
calm.
FDA indications for pain and pain relief.
I feel like instantly calmer.
See,
I
you're
just
my guinea
took,
pig.
But before I fall asleep, if there was one thing, the longevity goodness that you can show us.
There's no fun to longevity if you don't look good.
I am right next to you and like your skin is like literally insane. Do you use like 50 creams or like how do you get your skin?
No. What happened was that I developed my own cream.
Oh, okay.
It's a stem cell cream. The cells are not alive, but its components are so potent.
So this is the only thing that you use for your skincare?
Yeah, as you see, I don't have any toner, serum. It's not necessary because this contains the stem cell solution, which is really the serum.
So it basically does like what all these other products.
And it's day and night. Some of the herbs have UV protective properties, so it's almost like a sunscreen. Then it's so gentle, you can put right around your eyes. You don't have to worry about it. And you can use this even for microneedling because it's so gentle.
Where do we go from here?
I go downstairs, take some supplements, and then feed the crying kitties.
So you said something about supplements?
Can't stand lots of supplements. I just think people can overdo it.
Are these
Yeah,
it? Are these just the ones
pretty
that
much
you take?
it. Essential amino acids. This is stem regen that helps release more stem cells into your bloodstream. Nitric oxide helps with vessel dilation. And humic fulvic acid just has essential minerals and a lot of the antioxidants.
What is
I
up
love
with
it.
methylene blue?
Now, there's a lot of interest in methylene blue ever since a video of Robert Kennedy putting methylene blue in his water on a plane.
It's actually a synthetic drug.
I am very protective of my brain. So this one supercharges your mitochondria. It's being used in the past in emergency rooms. If a person gets traumatic brain injury, they actually are given methylene blue to reduce the damage. The NeuroPro has extra ingredients, vitamin C, and this, I take it during the day, even though it has L-theanine that helps calm the potential jitter produced by just caffeine.
Dr. Joy, you are just so smart. What do you do for work exactly?
I specialize in stem cell therapy.
Can we see your clinic?
Yes, absolutely.
What exactly is Chara Health?
Chara Health is a clinic I established specifically utilizing stem cell therapy to supercharge our healing potentials.
So what are stem cells exactly?
Why does it sound so mysterious when actually you and I and everybody started out as a stem cell? After the spark between a sperm and egg, that's when the first stem cell is formed. So just imagine what kind of intelligence is packed into that cell.
What makes them special?
The blueprint that is contained in those cells that has the ability to give you signals where the healing can take place.
And why stem cells? Like, what is the hype?
One, it actually works. I think of them as smart pharmacy because it has the DNA, which is the most energy dense substance in the universe. And that will manifest into different molecules that your body can recognize to heal. So it's the first time in human history we're using intelligence to heal.
And are different stem cells better than others?
They're not all the same. So if you use your own, it's not going to be as powerful as when you use an early source like the birth tissue or even the young baby cells. No babies killed. Actually, all the babies are alive and healthy. That's the only babies that we're going to accept tissues from.
So what is the process like?
Well, I'm actually due for a stem cell infusion. It's been 3 months.
Before I dive into the stem cell infusion, I wanted to pause and share another scientific breakthrough I'm really excited about. Stem cells are incredible because they help the body's cells perform better from the inside out. But I'm also really excited about peptides, which can heal the skin from the outside in. That's exactly what OneSkin is doing. Founded by a team of women PhDs in stem cell biology, tissue engineering, and skin science, they developed a breakthrough peptide called OS1 that targets senescent zombie cells, the type of cells that build up with age, trigger inflammation, and accelerate skin aging. OneSkin works on a cellular level to reduce zombie cells, support cellular repair, and strengthen the skin barrier. It's not just about surface level hydration, it's about long-term skin health. After just a few uses, my skin tone started to even out, and the redness around my cheeks began to fade. My skin just looks healthier, and I feel more confident going makeup-free. OneSkin has also been shown to reduce fine line and wrinkles, smooth, crepey skin, and even tone. Some people have even had friends ask how they're aging in reverse. And if you're the type who likes data, like me, they've published clinical trials and scientific studies you can dig into. It's science-backed skincare with results to show for it. So if you want your skincare to do more, to deeply support your skin as it ages, then I highly recommend OneSkin. The face moisturizer or the body lotion is a great place to start. Give yourself the gift of cellular skincare. Click the link below or scan the QR code and use code HUMAN for 15% off your first purchase. Now, back to the story.
We get the IV ready first. So Dr. Courtney is having me pump my hand so we can get blood flow better, just prepare my veins.
So why would someone get stem cells? Who comes into the clinic to have stem cells done?
Actually, everybody. We have treated patients as young as 4 years old with autism, all the way to 90-year-olds who maybe have Alzheimer's. 90% of our patients actually suffer from chronic illness when they come through our door. The other 10% are the lucky people who don't really have anything wrong, but they want to live a vibrant life. They want to live a long time.
So what's an example of someone who came in that was sick and then was able to be healed with stem cells?
One of the early patients I treated who had liver cirrhosis and was dying, literally was given a month or two to live. I gave him one stem cell treatment and I was expecting to do another one, but he got drastic results within one treatment because within 2 months when he checked his liver status again, it was normal and he was vibrant.
These stories are literally giving me chills. Just thinking of being in pain for decades, you take one treatment and then you're pain-free without surgery.
When everything else is not working, I've seen it over and over again that stem cells would jumpstart a person's healing mechanisms. But if you're not sick, and I would say if you're over the age of 30, 35, you are declining. So don't underestimate the wrinkles you have on your face. You want to start to supplement your body because your body's ability to repair has plummeted. That's why you're getting wrinkles.
So how do you actually get the cells inside of you?
We get the stem cells out of our cryo freezer and we bring them into the lab prep room here in this specialized transport container that has dry ice.
And how did you get into stem cells? Have you been doing this for a while or what brought you to the space?
So I was actually a patient of Dr. Kong's first. She's my hero. She saved my face. So
No way.
I had a surgery that ended up having complications. Unfortunately, I ended up in the hospital. I should have been there for at least 5 weeks. And my colleagues heard I was in the hospital and they said, "Can we give this to you to help you heal?" I don't know what this thing is. I didn't learn as much about it in medical school here in the United States. I got one IV infusion of her stem cells and exosomes, essentially the same thing that we're doing today for her here. Within 12 hours of me having one IV infusion, the swelling in my face went down and my iPhone could recognize my face for the first time in 3 days.
Wow, that is incredible.
I'm fairly smart, but I had no idea. I was like, number one, what is this sorcery? Like, I didn't learn about this. Number two, why is this not available to everyone like antibiotics? So we're going to thaw these cells in the water bath for 4 minutes. Once we finish thawing the cells, we're then going to draw them up in the syringe. And after we have them in the syringe, first thing we're going to do is infrared LED light activation of what's called mitochondria.
So the cells are already in a solution. They're all floating. We put in a syringe and we inject the content of the syringe into the IV bag. We're activating the cells with light, make the cells more viable so they will stay in the body longer and makes them more active.
Whoa, it's like a rave in here.
Yeah, wait until you see the light off.
That is so cool.
Yeah, it's
And
gorgeous.
that is giving it energy?
Yes, it's all these different, you see purple, red, and green. They activate different types of mitochondria enzymes.
So my tummy is grumbling a little bit. I notice you don't eat anything in the morning and you're fasting, but you're also working so much. You run 4 businesses. So how do you eat?
I want something quick and easy and nutritious, and I pretty much do like a low carb keto type of diet. This is so easy and has collagen, has MCT oil.
Wait, this is raw milk?
Yes, it hasn't gone through the pasteurization process, so all the good enzyme and probiotics are still there.
I always thought dairy was a no-no.
If you
Ooh,
use
it's
pasteurized dairy, which actually make the protein more inflammatory, you
Oh,
denature the good enzymes that actually can help you digest. Put 1 scoop in there for some raw milk, and hopefully people are gonna begin to really understand what they're missing. So then,
wow, that literally took 2 seconds.
yeah, exactly. And it's ready.
Oh my God. This tastes like an In-N-Out milkshake. Wow.
But there's no sugar, all monk fruit.
So how did you choose low carb keto?
I've actually struggled with weight growing up in China. It turned out that my body doesn't process carbohydrate as efficiently as some people. For me, eating some rice, within 30 minutes, blood sugar going through the roof.
Wait, do you not eat rice?
I don't eat rice anymore.
But
I grew up on rice.
you are Chinese.
I'm Chinese. I still
Wait,
still
how do
Chinese.
you even? True, because wouldn't ancestrally you would think that.
Right. Just because you're in the culture doesn't mean that food in your culture is good for you.
What are some other like fast, easy things that you? Because you're kind of like a grazer, right? Like you tend to like snack.
I'm actually making yogurt. I haven't opened it yet.
Okay.
So this is the great reveal. Yes.
Okay.
Good probiotics, you know, they've done their thing, right? From half and a half into yogurt. So let's see what happens. I hope it's good. Oh, looks great.
Ooh, these are so cute.
Look at this.
Wait, how do you make this?
You put inulin, prebiotic, so the bacteria eats, and then I have a stock of these strains. So older yogurt from the previous generation, you put that in there, and you just add half and half. You want to stir it? Oh, it's nice, thick and creamy.
So cute.
Yeah.
Remind me, what are the 3 strains again?
Reuteri, Lactobacillus gasseri, and then Bacillus coagulans. So
Okay.
these 3. Put a little bit of a vanilla extract and a little bit of stevia, and you stir them up.
Whoa, it smells so fermenty. Like, that's exciting.
Fermenty.
It does. It's like, ooh, ooh.
It's real
Yeah.
yogurt.
All right. Oh my God, it's warm. Whoa, it tastes almost like cheese. Have you eaten keto low carb like most of your life?
No, I wish, because of the blood sugar up, insulin release, and now you have hunger. Then I would eat more than I should, and I feel so bad about eating more and gaining weight,
Oh yeah.
and then I'll go on the starvation.
Oh,
So-
I know the feeling.
Until next time, my period was coming.
Yeah.
I'm having little cravings.
Where's the chocolate? So how did low carb stop that?
Your cravings are not heightened. It's
Okay.
very hard to have cravings for protein, but if you eat
Yeah.
a cake, you may have,
on a roller
after a while,
coaster.
you may crash, and then you want some more, and now you want some more.
In terms of your sugar, like how did you track, like you mentioned something about a glucose monitor.
This is one of the best inventions, I think, continuous glucose monitor. If you don't have the monitor, you eat something that's not good for you. You say, well, I ate it, shouldn't have eaten
Yeah.
it, but there's no consequence.
Right.
But if you have a monitor, it will show you what just happened to your blood sugar. See the little needle?
Yeah.
That's gonna go inside and touch your bloodstream. So I think that's a good spot. I'm just gonna press down.
What?
That's it.
Wait, did that not hurt?
Not really. You can actually swim. You can do a lot of things with it.
How long do you leave this on? Like how long
This
do
is
you
a
tend to
2-week
track?
one. So I'm excited. I'm gonna open up my app. Now everything I do, I have a chance to see the impact.
You are just so impressive. Like, you run 4 businesses. Like, what do you do to start to de-stress from your day?
After I watched an episode of you and Dave Pascal, love Dave, he was jumping on the trampoline. It definitely gave you a good workout, more than what I thought it's capable of.
And this helps you like de-stress?
It helps with mood because I play some good music. I do a little dance. Yeah. You want to try?
Yeah.
Okay. Here you go.
Honestly, I could imagine if you've had a stressful day, it's like kind of completing your stress cycles. You've been stressed, and then you're just like,
I know. And then I get on my shift wave, this machine that does guided meditation with vibration along your back.
Shiftwave uses rhythmic pressure and immersive audio to regulate your nervous system and elevate mental clarity.
Oh wow, immersive. Okay, I lean back. You need to focus and perform in the woo. My brain is so tickly. Whoa. Wow, it's like I can't think at all. Playing sounds in my ear, like I hear a siren. Woo. Oh my God, that's cool. It felt like so much was happening. It was like the audio and the thing is vibrating.
No, so if you want a quick, that's why it's called shift wave, right? You want a quick shift in your state.
But then the
best, you're doing.
The best part of your de-stress, the cream of the crop, is
infrared sauna. You go in and you can't think of anything else when the heat is on.
I love a good sauna.
It's the best.
So I saw that you have this amazing book, Tiger of Beijing, and your story is so unlike most doctors. Going from China to the US and all these struggles, like to be where you are today. What would you say is one of the biggest challenges that you've had to overcome to get to this point?
You're getting me emotional. I guess there are quite a few. Getting to the country and being trapped in a relationship that was meant to keep me down, really in a situation only benefited one other person. And then I knew nobody in this country, thought I would be homeless or worse, kicked out of this country. I remember walking at home at that time. I thought I was strong, I was fine, but split second, I was on the floor crying.
So how did you go from being a 21-year-old woman in China to becoming a doctor that provides stem cells? Like,
you got to invoke that ferocity. Part of what drove me, I know anger may not be a good word, but anger at people who are trying to stop you from your dream. And then helping people, I didn't think I was helping them enough using psychiatry, whatever they taught me in psychiatry.
Right.
So I had to go beyond. I think it's that drive that's just, you know, what more? What more can I do? Is this good enough?
So what do you feel like is the fire that really helped you just figure out really difficult things, even in the face of huge adversity?
You know, medicine is perfect because I don't like unnecessary suffering. I think that's stupid. Like, I don't like stupidity. It's like, you don't have to suffer. What if I found a way? I know something and I need to share.
I know we talked about autoimmune disorders and things like this, but have you ever seen a case where stem cells has healed someone's skin?
One guy, even severe skin lesions. This is the picture of him before.
Oh my gosh, those are his skin lesions.
Yeah, so lots of sun damage. And then I did one treatment, and this is 5 days later. Whoa. And then 3 months later, he sent me this photo. You can see all the lesions pretty much disappearing.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
Because stem cells aren't typically for skin, but it can also be for skin, right? Like
it's for regeneration of any tissue. If all the skin is there's full of inflammation, pathological changes, what we're doing is to put the cells in the healthy tissue right along the lesion, and it triggers all these healthy tissue to come alive.
I'm feeling like I'd love to go outside and get some air.
It was a gorgeous day. Yeah. Let's do it.
Let's get real. Like, genetics, how much do you feel like that plays into how youthful someone looks?
Okay, when people say to me, oh, of course you look younger because you're Asian. I get that a lot. I tell them, you know what? You just took away my years of hard work with one sentence. And it's not fair because how about I show you a picture of when I was 43 and then you can see what I look like now.
Before you used stem
Yeah,
cells?
I started doing stem cell therapy on myself when I was 45. I thought I wasn't aging at all until later on after I started doing stem cell therapy and then actually look at my older pictures and I was actually embarrassed. I was like, ah.
And the thing that changed it all was stem cells for you?
I think so. I'm a lazy biohacker. The most consistent biohack I've ever done is the stem cells because it's so easy, right? Every 3 months, I do an IV injection. Every time I do that, I just reverse my biological age, probably by at least a few months, for sure. When women get pregnant, compared to their counterparts that have never been pregnant, their biological age was 4 months younger.
Getting pregnant
despite the stress of having been pregnant. So I believe they got a mini stem cell infusion from the baby. Oh my God, you see these apples? I just see them.
Wait, these are apples?
Yeah, the new crop.
This is such
just
funky
came
shape.
out.
Well, Dr. Joy, we've been going all day and it feels like now we're starting to wind down a little bit. Like, where do you go from here?
I found a really wonderful way of relaxing, but also doing something amazing for my body is coffee enema.
Oh wait, a coffee enema, is this what I think it is? Like up the...
Yeah. It gets your liver to release a lot of things that are detrimental. Hearing somebody else says, no, I think I like the coffee the regular way.
So walk me through this.
So
I actually
am boiling the coffee. Once the coffee has boiled for 20 minutes, put it maybe over ice so that it's body temperature. And then I lay on my side on this earthing mat and you put this thing up your butt.
Wow.
And you let this go inside of you and you hold it.
Wait. Okay, so hold on. You put this in your butt.
Yes.
And then the liquid slowly goes inside
basically
of you
it's
in
in your
intestines?
colon. Yeah.
You're doing this in the evening though. Does the coffee not upset your sleep?
It doesn't do that to me.
Huh. And how do you know this is working for you?
I do wonder with the amount of pressure and stress I'm facing, how come I'm not aging rapidly? So all these things I think are working.
And how often do you do this?
I try to do it as much as I can, maybe 4 or 5 times a week.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Just like, okay, this is me time.
Wow.
And I never get a chance to watch TV. There's some wonderful shows. So I was like, okay, 20 minutes.
You've walked us through so much today, so much wisdom. If you were to speak to your younger self, what would you tell her?
It hasn't been easy. I wish it was easy. But unless you are a Buddha, unless you are Bodhisattva, that you've reached the other side, you're going to have things to work on. And I kind of accepted that it's okay. It's okay to not have perfection. We weren't made perfectly. The world is not perfect, and it's okay not to be perfect.
You work on healing people every day, people that are in real pain. Those folks out there who are still experiencing a lot of pain in life, what would you tell them?
I'll tell them from what I've seen that is not going to be permanent. And find people who have that kind of drive and who have lived through something and have come out the other side. So open yourself up to it.
Dr. Joy proves it's not about chasing trends. It's about regenerating from the inside out. Her health, her skin, the science that guides her. She is pushing the boundaries of advanced stem cell therapy, not to achieve perfection, but to prove what is possible. So keep learning, keep trying new things, and together, let's stay human.
So just imagine that we have recycled. Okay, the band.